Welcome back. In the previous two videos, we learned about the FS module for working with the file system. In this video, let's rely on the same FS module and learn about streams in Node.js. A few videos earlier, I briefly explained what are streams. Let me help you recollect now. A stream is a sequence of data that is being moved from one point to another over time. For example, a stream of data being transferred from one file to another within the same computer. The idea is to work with data in chunks instead of waiting for the entire data to be available at once. If you're transferring file contents from file A to file B, you don't have to wait for entire file A contents to be saved in temporary memory before moving it into file B. Instead, the content is transferred in chunks over time, which prevents unnecessary memory usage. Stream is in fact a built-in Node module that inherits from the event emitter class. But we rarely use streams directly. Other modules internally use streams for their functioning. Let's go back to VS Code and understand how the FS module uses streams to read and write data. To help us get started, I've created file2.txt, which is currently empty. We're going to transfer the contents from file.txt to file2.txt. In index.js, at the top, import the FS module. Next, to read data, we use a readable stream made available using the createReadStream method on the FS module. So, const readable stream is equal to fs.createReadStream, and this method accepts the file path as the first argument and an options object as the second argument. Path is /file.txt. And for the second argument, which is the options object, let's set encoding to UTF-8. We have now created a readable stream to read data in chunks from file.txt. Next, let's create a writable stream to write data in chunks to file2.txt. So const writable stream is equal to fs.createWriteStream. The first argument again is the path to the file to which we are going to write the contents. /file2.txt. We now have a readable stream and a writable stream. As it turns out, streams extend from the event emitter class. And event emitter is a concept we've already had a look at. It allows us to add listeners to events. Now the readable stream emits a data event to which we can listen. So readable stream.on, the event name is data, and we specify a callback function that should be executed on the data event. This callback function is the listener, which automatically receives a chunk of data, and we are going to log that to the console. In the next line, we are also going to write to file2.txt using the writable stream. Writable stream.write, and we write the chunk. And that is pretty much it. If we now save the file and run node index, we can see our chunk is the entire file contents, hello codevolution. The same is also written to file2.txt. Now you might be wondering, isn't the chunk the entire file content of file.txt? Well, yes it is. And this is because the buffer that streams use has a default size of 64 kilobytes. Our file content has a total of 18 characters, which is just 18 bytes. So the chunk contains the entire 18 bytes. What we can do is add another option when reading data. High watermark, and we set it to 2. So we now deal with data in chunks of 2 bytes. If we run node index, you can see only 2 characters are logged at a time, which corresponds to each chunk. The file, though, still contains the full text as expected. Hello, codevolution has been written to file2.txt. Now we don't see the benefit here when working with a small file size. But when you have large files that are megabytes in size, streaming the data from one file to another will save you a lot of time and memory. The FS module is just one of the many modules that uses streams. Another example is the HTTP module, which we will learn about in the upcoming section. HTTP request is a readable stream, and HTTP response is a writable stream. In fact, there are 4 types of streams. Readable streams from which data can be read, writable streams to which we can write data, duplex streams that are both readable and writable, and finally, transform streams that can modify or transform the data as it is written and read. As examples, we can have reading from a file as a readable stream, writing to a file as a writable stream, sockets as a duplex stream, and finally, file compression, where you can write compressed data and read decompressed data to and from a file as a transform stream. For now, I want you to keep in mind there exists the concept of streams in Node.js, which allows us to work with chunks of data rather than large amounts of data at once. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.